If there was a week to sum up Jadon Sancho's struggles at Manchester United, it would be the one that has just passed. The 22-year-old remains a frustrated figure in Erik ten Hag's side, as an awkward fit and a player who does not have a clearly defined role to play. In the space of 8 days, he played 3 different positions and failed to stand out in any of them. He struggled through the middle against Southampton and made little impact in either wide role in the subsequent 2 matches. Sancho could yet have a role to play going forward, but right now it is hard to justify him for a starting role even when they are low on options, and was outshone by Antony from the bench. Ten Hag has worked hard to try and rejuvenate the former Borussia Dortmund forward, and that work isn't over yet. United knew for a week they would be without Casemiro for the visit of Fulham, but they would have less time to prepare without star defender Raphael Varane. There is a case to be made that they are the 2 most important players in the United squad, and it was little surprise to see their performance suffer again without them. United lacked control and composure in the spine of their side, which not only gave them little fight in midfield but saw them noticeably weaker in defense as well. It was another match in which the ends justified the means, but in their next 3 matches without Casemiro, they won't be able to directly replace his quality, though they must find a way to make sure they deal better without it. Ten Hag has played down the suggestion that he could look to trial Lisandro Martinez as a makeshift midfielder in the coming weeks, though he might need to reconsider. He was United's best outfield player against Fulham, not only with his immense defensive contribution but his creativity from deep. United are suffering from the lack of pass masters Casemiro and Christian Eriksen in midfield, and Martinez is the next best thing with his craft and creativity from deep. Against Fulham, he was the man who most often broke the lines with his passes, offering an instant attacking outlet whenever he got on the ball. The dilemma for Ten Hag is clear, though. He is also their best defender. Not only does he pass better than most, he defends better than them too. It still seems unlikely that he will make Martinez a midfielder, but that doesn't mean he should NT. Fulham were the better team for 70 minutes of the quarter-final. Then they lost their heads, 2 players, their manager and an FA Cup semi-final for 1 clear handball. United looked to have done them a favour by almost squandering a glorious one-on-one situation, but Willian was always going to be punished for his stupid handball on the line. Marco Silva and Alexander Mitrovic both saw red for their reckless protests of the decision, and Willian could have no complaints about his deliberate handling on the line. Wembley will be red next month, just like the mist that threw away Fulham's hopes of a famous trip to a favourable semi-final. It's not too long ago that Antonio Conte was being billed as a potential United manager, and the club will be grateful that their lack of planning to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer worked in their favour. On the same weekend that Conte seemed to signal the end of his time as Tottenham boss, with Mauricio Pochettino the favourite to replace him, United were reminded again that they had made the correct choice. Ten Hag is well on course to achieve a top 4 finish and has already achieved his target of ending the trophy drought. The next target is whether he might be able to add another. Another trip to Wembley makes another 6-year drought seem improbable. Now